People in the dream. Husband.
A partner represents a real spouse, companion, guide, husband, artistic endeavor, or a task with emotional significance. It can also signify an association with a parent, teacher, child, elder sister, younger sibling, elder or younger brother, or a close friend of either gender. Dreams depicting a husband's infidelity and the birth of a child may manifest as a tangible concern in a tumultuous relationship. But more often than not, such dreams are symbolic in nature.
Dream of giving birth to a child because my husband cheated on me.
Dreams can be complex, and their interpretations vary. Based on personal experiences and emotions. The dream, where giving birth is connected to a husband's infidelity, is interpreted in a symbolic manner. Here's a breakdown of the symbolism. 1. Spouse symbolism. The spouse in the dream represents various roles and relationships, including a life partner, companion, leader, and other connections. In this context, it may symbolize a significant relationship or commitment. 2. Giving birth. Giving birth in dreams is often symbolic of new beginnings, creativity, or the emergence of something new in one's life. It is not necessarily a literal representation of childbirth, but rather a metaphor for the inception of a new phase or project. 3. Husband's infidelity. The dream connects the act of giving birth to a spouse's infidelity. While this might be a reflection of emotional distress or fears in the dreamer, the interpretation suggests that the dream is more symbolic than predictive. 4. Unexpected results and profit. Despite the initial distress implied by the dream, the interpretation suggests a positive turn of events in reality. It foretells that the husband's business or a side endeavor may unexpectedly yield favorable outcomes, such as profits or recognition. It's essential to approach dream interpretations with an understanding that they are subjective and not literal predictions of the future. The dream may tap into underlying emotions or concerns, but it's not a guarantee of specific events occurring. If the dream triggers strong emotions, it might be helpful to explore these feelings and consider any real-life situations or stresses that could be influencing the dream content.
A dream in which she is sad because her husband tied her up with rope.
Dreams can provide symbolic insights into our subconscious thoughts and emotions, and your interpretation of the dream. Involving a woman being tied up by her husband suggests feelings of emotional constraint and dissatisfaction within the relationship. Here's a breakdown of the symbolism. 1. Being tied up. In dreams, being tied up can symbolize feelings of restriction, helplessness, or being unable to express oneself freely. It may indicate a sense of being confined or limited in some aspect of life, particularly in the emotional or relational context. 2. Sadness. The emotion of sadness in the dream reflects a state of unhappiness or dissatisfaction. It suggests that the dreamer is experiencing negative emotions within the relationship, potentially due to unmet needs or a lack of emotional connection. 3. Husband symbolism. The husband in the dream may represent the source of the emotional constraint. It could reflect a perception that the husband is not providing the attention or emotional support that the dreamer desires. 4. Loneliness and disappointment. The dream hints at feelings of loneliness and disappointment within the relationship. These emotions, if left unaddressed, are described as potentially leading to a mental health impact. 5. Expressing emotions actively. The interpretation suggests that actively expressing emotions and seeking attention and support is crucial for mental well-being. Encouraging open communication in the relationship or finding other outlets, such as work, hobbies, or exercise, can be beneficial.
Dream of tying or pulling my husband's tie.
Tying or pulling your husband's tie is interpreted as expressing feelings of insecurity, lack of trust, and dissatisfaction within the relationship. Here's a breakdown of the symbolism. 1. Tying or pulling the tie. This action in the dream suggests a desire for control or influence in the relationship. It may symbolize attempts to manage or direct certain aspects of your husband's life. 2. Insecurity and lack of trust. The dream indicates that these actions stem from feelings of insecurity and a lack of trust in your husband. It may suggest concerns about his fidelity, financial decisions, or other aspects of his behavior that lead to feelings of distrust. 3. Suspicion of cheating or wasting money. The dream implies specific concerns, such as suspicions of infidelity or financial mismanagement. These anxieties may be reflected in the dream as a symbolic expression of your emotional state. 4. Controlling behavior. The dream suggests a potential shift towards controlling behavior in response to perceived neglect or dissatisfaction. It may indicate a desire to assert control over certain aspects of the relationship that have been overlooked or neglected.
A dream in which my husband's face was red like a drunk person.
In the dream, where your husband's face is red like a drunk person, the interpretation suggests a potential health concern, such as a brain hemorrhage, heart attack, or injury. However, it's important to note that dreams are not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you or your husband are experiencing real-life health concerns, it is strongly recommended to consult with a healthcare professional for an accurate assessment. Dream interpretations should not be used as a basis for making medical decisions. Additionally, the dream also mentions the possibility of sudden events, like job loss or financial difficulties. While dreams can sometimes tap into underlying anxieties, it's essential to address real-life concerns through practical means, such as financial planning, seeking employment support, or maintaining open communication in relationships.
Dream about my husband's hair continuing to fall out and him becoming bald.
Dreams about a partner experiencing hair loss, such as your husband becoming bald, can be interpreted in various ways, and the symbolism may differ for each individual. Here's a breakdown of potential interpretations based on the dream. 1. Work or health concerns. The dream could symbolize anxiety or stress related to your husband's work or health. Hair loss in dreams is sometimes associated with concerns about well-being or issues at the workplace. 2. Personal anxiety. The dream may also reflect your own worries and anxieties. Hair loss can be a common symbol in dreams when individuals are dealing with stress or emotional turmoil in their waking life. 3. Psychological expression of dissatisfaction. The dream might be a psychological expression of distrust or dissatisfaction within the relationship. It's essential to consider your feelings toward your husband and any ongoing concerns or issues in the relationship. 4. Sexual dissatisfaction. Hair loss in dreams can occasionally be linked to concerns about attractiveness or sexual satisfaction. However, dream symbolism is highly subjective, and this interpretation may not apply universally. The advice to calm your mind and think about the best way to support your husband is sound, open and honest communication is crucial in relationships. If the dream is causing distress, or if there are underlying concerns about your husband's health or well-being, it may be helpful to discuss these matters openly. Encouraging your husband to address any potential health issues or sources of stress is important.
A dream in which my husband walks affectionately with a strange woman.
Dreams involving a spouse, like your husband, walking affectionately with a stranger, can evoke a range of emotions. It's important to approach dream interpretations with caution, as dreams are subjective and symbolic, rather than literal predictors of the future. In this dream scenario, your interpretation suggests a symbolic warning. 1. Affection with a strange woman. The dream symbolizes a scenario where your husband is walking affectionately with a woman who is unfamiliar to you. This might be a symbolic representation of concerns or fears related to your relationship. 2. Warning of a new woman. The dream is interpreted as a warning that a new woman might enter your husband's life in reality. This may suggest potential challenges or changes within the relationship. 3. Boredom in the relationship. The dream hints at the possibility that your husband may be experiencing boredom or dissatisfaction within the relationship. It serves as a prompt to reflect on the dynamics of your relationship and address any issues that may be causing strain. 4. Opportunity for reflection and resolution. The dream encourages you to reflect on the state of your relationship and make efforts to resolve any problems together. Effective communication and mutual understanding are essential in navigating challenges and strengthening the connection between partners.
Dream of a husband hugging someone else's wife.
In the dream, where a husband is hugging someone else's wife, your interpretation suggests a positive and symbolic meaning. 1. Symbolic meaning. The dream is seen as a symbol rather than a reflection of actual events. It implies that something noteworthy, enviable, or celebratory is likely to occur in the near future. 2. Positive outcome. The act of hugging someone else's wife may symbolize a positive and harmonious connection between individuals. It could suggest that positive developments or achievements are on the horizon. 3. Envy or celebration. The dream hints that others may envy or celebrate the events that unfold. This could indicate that the positive outcome or success will be visible to those around you, potentially leading to admiration or celebration.
A dream in which your husband repeats the same words to you, but you treat him coldly.
Dreams can be a way for our subconscious mind to process and express emotions or concerns. In the dream, where your husband repeats the same words, but receives a cold reaction, the interpretation suggests a potential lack of communication and understanding in the relationship. Here's a breakdown. 1. Repeating words. The repetition of words in the dream may symbolize a communication pattern or a message that needs attention. It could suggest that there might be a recurring issue or message that is not fully acknowledged or understood. 2. Cold reaction. Your cold reaction in the dream indicates a potential emotional distance or lack of warmth in the current relationship dynamic. It may reflect feelings of frustration, disconnection, or a sense of being unheard. 3. Lack of understanding. The dream hints at an inability to fully understand each other's feelings. This lack of understanding may contribute to the repetitive nature of the communication issue. 4. Need for communication. The dream serves as a symbolic expression of the need for improved communication in the relationship. Ignoring or reacting coldly to repeated words may exacerbate the problem. The interpretation suggests that addressing the communication gap is essential to prevent the issue from deepening. Initiating a calm and open conversation with your husband can be a positive step toward understanding each other's perspectives and finding common ground.
Dream of my husband suffering on the battlefield.
In the dream, where your husband is seen suffering on the battlefield, your interpretation suggests a positive outcome despite the distressing imagery. Here's a breakdown of the symbolism. 1. Husband suffering on the battlefield. The dream depicts a scenario where your husband is facing challenges and hardships on the battlefield. This could symbolize struggles, obstacles, or intense efforts in his professional life. 2. Business prosperity. Despite the distressing scene, the interpretation suggests a positive outcome. It implies that the hardships or challenges your husband is facing in his business or professional life will lead to prosperity. This could manifest as increased success, promotion, or enhanced status and honor at work. 3. Symbolic meaning. Dreams often use symbolic language to convey messages. The battlefield may symbolize the competitive and challenging nature of the business world, while your husband's suffering could represent the effort and dedication he is putting into his endeavors. 4. Promotion or advancement. The dream hints at the possibility of your husband experiencing growth in his career. This could include promotions, recognition, or an elevation in status. If your husband is facing challenges or is in a demanding work situation, the dream may reflect your hopes for a positive outcome and success for him. As with any dream interpretation, considering your personal feelings, experiences, and the context of your waking life can provide additional insights. If you and your husband find the dream meaningful or if there are specific concerns in his professional life, open communication and support can be valuable in navigating challenges and working toward positive outcomes.
Dream of my husband having sex with a woman far away or a foreign woman.
Dreams about a spouse engaging in intimate or romantic activities with someone else can evoke strong emotions. However, dream interpretations should be approached with caution, as dreams are not necessarily literal representations of reality. Interpretations can vary based on personal experiences and emotions. Here are two potential interpretations for the dream. 1. Warning of infidelity. The dream is seen as a warning that your husband may be involved in infidelity or cheating. It may express subconscious concerns or fears about the fidelity of your relationship. 2. Symbolic representation. Dreams often use symbolism, and in the context of a business-related interpretation, the dream could symbolize business activities. If you or your husband are involved in business, the dream may represent aspirations for expanding business reach, exploring new markets, or innovating sales strategies. The foreign woman may symbolize international business ventures, travel, or business-related opportunities abroad. It's important to consider the emotional tone of the dream and the context of your waking life. If the dream triggers strong emotions or if you have concerns about the fidelity of your relationship, open communication with your partner is crucial. On the other hand, if business-related matters are relevant to your life, the dream may be a reflection of those aspirations.